Hi, my name is Nicolas Garrido, and I will be presenting the selection for the Southwest Transit marketing team for the release of the brand new Boeing 747. Southwest Transit is looking for a marketing team that will fulfill the expectations to develop a strategy that will keep consumers loyal to Southwest Transit. The team will have a short timeline to complete this project as well as deal with demanding conditions. To drive up sales and reestablish the company's competitive advantage, the best candidates that were selected for this project were Elizabeth, Bob, Natalie, and William. First, Elizabeth. She is an employee who is very detailed in her work. She's an excellent problem solver and someone who is receptive to new ideas. Her past work and skills show that Elizabeth is willing to listen to her peers and can produce quality work. The second team member chosen was Bob. His longevity and experience with the company was something that made him stand out. On top of this, his outgoing nature is always useful in helping other team members as well as his eagerness to take on new projects. Next is Natalie. Her ambition and charismatic leadership qualities, along with her ability to communicate and negotiate well with her peers, not only made her stand out, but put her in a position to lead the team and be the spokesperson for the marketing campaign. The last team member chosen was William. There is always a positive energy surrounding him, which is why William is such a team-oriented employee. These skills, along with his easygoing disposition, are why he was brought on to round out the team. With all the outstanding options, the selection of the team to handle this project was not an easy one. There was one employee who was the most difficult to come to a consensus about. Bob possesses great qualities, but is an employee who is coming to the end of his time with the company, which was something that had to be considered. He is sometimes perceived as of surly and not always pleasant to work with. Bob's strengths did outweigh his weaknesses because of his outgoing and eager nature, along with his experience with the company. These were pointed out as key characteristics that would strengthen the team. To bring the team together, there needed to be a balance of characteristics brought between each of the employees. Since there was a limited time to assemble the team, the focus was to key in on the strengths the employees would bring and how different the skills would combine to produce a successful marketing campaign. The strengths of the team showed they had a team-oriented mindset, problem-solving abilities, they could communicate well with one another, they valued high-quality work, they embraced challenges, paid close attention to detail, and were all natural leaders. On the flip side, the weaknesses displayed some conflicting attitudes among team members. There was an avoidance of conflict, a lack of communication, and poor time management. As each team member was examined and reviewed, it was determined the potential what the group could develop and complete for the marketing campaign. All team members have been with the company for several years, which shows their loyalty to Southwest and the dedication they will bring to this new project. The team members are highly driven and ambitious, which will allow them to thrive under any conditions they face during the campaign. Thirdly, there is unison throughout the team, which in turn boosts the team morale and their ability to function properly. Lastly, team members are detail-oriented and produce quality work to ensure the success of the project. These 4 points are key to reaching our maximum potential and to maintaining our competitive advantage over other airlines. With the completion of the team selection, Southwest Transit will incorporate two strategies to motivate the team. The first one is the equity theory of motivation. This theory suggests that people are motivated when they feel their inputs and outcomes at work are fair compared to others. When individuals perceive inequality, they are driven to restore balance either by adjusting their efforts, seeking higher rewards, or changing their perceptions of the situation. The second theory that will be implemented will be the expectancy theory of motivation. This theory demonstrates that individuals are motivated to engage in activities or tasks based on their belief in their abilities to succeed. The belief that success will lead to desired outcomes and the attractiveness of those outcomes. These two strategies will improve efficiency, build relationships, and promote teamwork, and lead to success, which are important to completing this project. In any organization, there will be conflict from time to time. The best companies prepare ahead of time should conflicts arise. Southwest will use the strategy of compromising. This involves both parties sacrificing something to resolve a conflict. This approach displays a modest level of consideration for the interests of other person/group as well as your own. It's often used to resolve problems more quickly, avoid damaging power disputes, and finding a middle ground. Another route Southwest will take is the collaboration strategy. To achieve a common goal, people or organizations can combine their collective values, views, and resources through collaboration. Through collaboration, individuals connect on a deeper level, understanding each other's perspectives, finding a common ground. To have a successful campaign, there needs to be strong leadership. The two types of leadership styles that will be used are transformational and servant. The goal of transformational leadership is for leaders to inspire their team members to continuously raise the bar and accomplish goals they never would have begun to imagine they could. A true servant leader decides to use their position of control to further the interests of others rather than pursuing power for its own sake. A servant leader's ability to actively listen to one another is their most crucial trait. For this marketing strategy, the Southwest Transit team will center their efforts around conscious capitalism's four tenets: culture, purpose, leadership, and stakeholders. The culture Southwest wants to establish is one that has a welcoming and caring atmosphere where staff members feel appreciated and connected. Their purpose is to use creativity and imagination to create affordable travel experiences for both family and people. For leadership, it is to uphold Southwest Transit's goals, values, culture, mission, and standards, with a primary emphasis on serving both employees and customers. Lastly, for stakeholders, it is to enhance growth and sustainability while also building stronger relationships with vendors, investors, consumers, and internal stakeholders. Just as with any successful completion of a task, the successful completion of this project will create value for stakeholders. Value is created for each stakeholder because they hold interest in the business. The company of Southwest will create value by building stronger relationships and improving customer service with its vendors. It will increase sales and create favorable and consistent returns for its investors. It will create more affordable and convenient flights for its customers. It will create a quality of life for the Southwest community by increasing sustainability and revenue and bringing the community together. And lastly, the employees will have job security and feel a sense of achievement from the company's success. Stakeholder value will create optimal levels of return for all stakeholders of the organization. In conclusion, the marketing team's decision for the Southwest Transit shows promise in utilizing the unique abilities of each individual and recognizing the diversity they bring to the table. I am confident that this team will achieve Southwest Transit's primary objective, which is to create a marketing strategy that will boost consumer loyalty and keep the company at the forefront of the industry, maintaining its competitive advantage. Thank you for your time. This concludes my presentation.